of God.
We're so far away from that topic.
No, we're
We
not.
are.
Jams is about done with her fun dip, and then there's gonna be a fire lit under her ass, and she's just gonna start yelling.
Well,
and you guys are gonna start fighting.
so as we left it on the podcast you've listened to over the last
Ooh,
couple
can I
of
recap?
days, sure.
After the podcast you listened to the last couple of days, you
shouldn't have
realize
let her recap.
that
It's the
he
wrong
is an
one.
idiot. Denny is an idiot.
I was like, why did you mute me? I wasn't fucking talking.
I will tell you this: are you done?
Dude, I've never done that before.
Well, let's see if we can continue that trend of never doing it before.
It's secure now.
So we had the whole Casey Anthony discussion. I will tell you, before we
Yeah.
started watching the documentary, Amanda and I were in sync.
Mhm.
Very much.
I doubt it.
No, we were.
No, we were. And I even like starting the thing, I was like, she's only doing this because of the
Getting money.
Sympathy ears.
the
sympathetic ears.
sympathetic ears that she has now with all of the talk of trauma and kind of the exploitation of, and I still think all that's true. I still think
It is
a
I
good
still think
point.
that's why she's coming out with it now, because
is
she
a good
knows she
point.
has more of a sympathetic ear currently.
Is that not the best fun dip you've ever had in your
that
whole
has to be
fucking
the
life?
tastiest thing you've ever
What?
eaten.
I mean, you were like knocking shit over to get it in your mouth. Are you okay?
I haven't knocked anything over.
Did you not just knock your microphone? You just did it again.
Jams, take it easy.
Can you hear this?
No, but I can see it. It's
Does it-
distracting.
Is it? I
Okay,
hate you
deal
so
with
much.
that. That was on your bottom lip, and you just
So,
kept your mouth open.
I agree with it. Her coming out now because of how
Sympathetic
everybody
ears.
is,
Sympathetic ears.
but that I don't think that means her dad didn't do it.
Jams knew this was coming all along.
Her dad did not
No,
do it.
I'm not saying.
So
Okay,
No,
so
her
hold
dad-
on. Whoa. Everybody stop.
I think her dad.
I'm going to do one question. I'm going to start with Jamie. I don't want your explanation. I just want yes or no. Do you think her dad killed Kaylee?
Yes.
Braden,
So, dude, I don't know.
yes or no?
I don't know.
Yes
Then the
or
Nah.
answer is no. Amanda,
I think that there was not
no. Did you not understand the instructions?
because my answer is also
I
don't know.
I do not think her dad killed Kaylee.
I don't know.
No, I do not. I do not. I do not.
I don't know.
So, why do you think Dad killed her?
Because he's a creepy bastard.
I think he likes little girls, little kids,
Which would be one reason not to kill them.
unless he
That's a
hurt
good
her.
point.
Unless he hurt her too bad to hide it. And the only way to hide it was to kill her and wait for her body to decompose and make it go faster and then leave her in the woods.
He waited for her body to decompose in a not very orthodox manner, though. He
You
put
don't-
he
you don't
dunked her
know-
in a pool,
You
and then that was it.
no. No.
It doesn't make sense that she was. I think Jamie's saying it doesn't make sense that she was that decomposed naturally just laying in the woods.
Because what the documentary said is they found a skull, and she was dead for 31 days.
no,
Well, no, they didn't start
longer.
looking for 31 days.
They
No,
get-
no, but when they found it, the bag 16 houses away, they said, we found a human skull.
Skeleton
Well, there were
remains.
skeletal remains.
Now
They
listen.
said we picked up a
There
skull.
was a skull in there, but it still had hair.
all skeleton remains.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
There was probably
How
other
long-
stuff.
yeah.
Your
yeah.
old Uncle Richard had other stuff.
Well, that's
Could
what I was
you
going to say.
Could you identify?
For the
Anything-
purposes of this podcast, yes, I did identify dear old Uncle Richard.
No,
but
but-
could you tell it was him?
I could tell
His
it was
face.
No, not by his face.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not talking about his face. I'm
Okay.
talking about, was anything intact
Yes.
ever? Okay.
There was
This-
still a body to be picked up.
There was right, and here there were
Squishy,
skeletal remains, which means they could not figure out what killed her,
Well, they right.
Or
they,
if she
they
had
couldn't
any-
figure out what was
or
with
if
him.
she had.
Well,
Now,
I
to
wa-
be fair, her body was much smaller, would decompose much faster.
Correct.
Would it?
I would. I don't
Correct.
know.
I do believe
I-
so.
I
yes.
Think that's gotta I mean, it's tissue, muscle mass, and tissue, and there's less muscle mass and tissue.
Or does chlorine make you decompose faster?
Not in the
Not that
of time
amount.
that-
Not that amount.
If so, think about it. If a body in the ocean that gets found is usually bloated and swollen, not decomposed.
Now chlorine would play a factor, but it wouldn't
I
play
mean,
a
that's
factor.
We
ocean,
are a
not
bunch
chlorine.
of people with
We have
absolute
no- yeah.
idea what we're
Now,
talking
look, but
about.
what
no,
I'm-
I'm
what
just
I'm
saying
thinking
there
about
was
is,
no
though-
way to identify if he had sexually molested
But,
her or
to be-
anything.
To be clear, the body wasn't found after 30 days. They started looking for the body after 30 days. The body was found, was it months later?
No, not months. It wasn't that long.
I do not know the timeline between when Casey was in jail, and I think she'd been in jail for a little while, but they started looking at 31 days. They didn't find the body until a minute after.
How long would you say a minute is? Give me.
I
like
don't.
a-
That's what I'm telling you. I don't know. I have no idea. It was
Well,
never
let's see.
really talked about.
Holy
see if the internet-
shit.
They say that they use duct tape. On July 15th, she was reported missing.
So 30
Wikipedia
days
not
before
very
that.
credible.
Let's see.
Oh, that is the phone call that we heard. So
yeah, so
Yeah.
mom, well, that was just mom saying, hey, it smells like there's been a dead body in the car, but that was 31 days.
yes,
So
after the whole incident happened with her and her dad.
yeah, so timeline, let's see. Let's go to Wikipedia. They never get anything wrong.
Go back, Pop.
Nope.
Go back, because December 11th is when she was found, right under what you clicked on.
Well,
Oh,
here,
hold
this will
on.
give it to us. Because the 18th,
I'm not going to donate. So
that's
July,
her rendition.
Casey Anthony is captured on June 20th. Casey's car is towed on July 2nd, July 15th. They pick up the car from the impound yard. July 16th, police investigators discover Casey Anthony has been lying about her place of employment. You may remember that. She went to Universal Studios and walked them in.
None of these say when the call was made. So at some point in between this, the call has been made.
Well, hold on. She
wonder-
posted $500,000 bail.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
She didn't post
The
it.
whole
It was
family
Her parents
allegedly
did.
refuses to take a lie detector test. Now,
September 5th, 2008.
September 15th.
No.
They
Go
all-
up
yeah,
to.
No, I saw that.
Oh, okay.
So wait, the whole family denied taking a polygraph test.
Yes, but to be fair, I would never take another one.
Right, I
Without-
understand because I've taken one too. I understand why.
But were you able to
However,
refuse it?
December 11th, Braden. I think you hit that.
I
December
know I did.
11th.
No, because
No,
there
it's
was
right there. December 11th. After yet a fourth trip from Roy Kronk, skeletal remains of what appeared to be are found a quarter mile from the Anthony home.
Okay.
So December the 11th, and it really started,
July.
in July. So
5
yeah,
months.
she'd be gone.
5
That
months.
it would just be bones
5
left.
months. Yeah, that is just bones, and that's
But
when I.
here's the other thing.
That's what I was saying. They picked up a human skull.
Well, but no. Here's the other piece.
Go ahead.
Like you smelled the house that dear Uncle Richard was in.
I smelled
He's-
your wife.
He smelled me after being in the house.
And-
That was rough.
like
Did not like that.
even inside, outside, wherever that is.
Yeah,
that had to be noticed.
absolutely.
And it's not trash like they talk about in the trunk of the car. Trash and that smell are not the same.
No.
But and
No, there's a very here, but here's my issue with like that line of thinking, because of the three Anthonys, which one of them is going to know what a dead body smells like?
Yeah, I heard that too. Come on.
No, I'm saying if you smell that and you have like, you and I would be able to pick that up and say,
because
Uh-oh.
you
Anybody would.
Okay, let me ask you a question
well,
then,
we
Amanda.
they would know it's a wrong smell,
Before
but you and
the-
I are going to like, I know what that
I'm
is.
going to tell you, anybody would.
Before
Anybody
you
would
were
smell
how-
that and say they just instinctually.
That's
know.
that's
don't
what
think
I'm
so.
getting at. Before you were in that house, before you in Uncle
No.
Richard's house, do you think that you would be like, "Oh shit,
You
that's a
will-
dead body"?
You will
No.
call him dear
No?
Uncle Richard. Yes.
No?
Absolutely.
If
You
you
don't
pass-
think so?
if you passed a
No,
house
I didn't
and
know
you
what that
just-
smell was.
yeah, and you just smelled that smell,
But
you
in
wouldn't
the-
So to
in
me,
your head
Yes.
though.
like to me, I
Yes.
would have thought
no.
that a dead body would smell more like sickly, sweet,
No.
and
Here's the thing. When I walked up to that door, now of course I knew, but when I walked up to the door of the home,
an
I didn't-
unworldly
I
smell.
didn't even need to open the door, and I couldn't imagine what the other side of that door was like just based on what I smelled.
But you knew somebody was dead in the house. You
Yeah.
knew.
Other than
but I
that, though,
didn't
he
need to.
also knew what the smell smelled like. It
I
didn't
just-
smell like trash.
No,
It
no,
wasn't
no.
a wet
That's
garbage
just it.
bag.
That's just because it's permeating.
yeah, it's there's
There's nothing
not
like it.
anything close to
There's
trash.
nothing like it.
It's-
There's nothing
No,
like it.
I know. I'm not saying that it's like
so
trash.
but that's my point. So for a former police officer, a retired cop, to have a car sitting in his driveway of his home or on the street of his home, and him to have not said the fuck, like picked up on that.
And his wife calls it in.
Well,
There smells
so
like there's
so
been a
either
dead
so
body.
either it didn't really smell like that, and that's why George ignored it, because it could smell like trash. It smelled like something else. Or, I mean, I don't. Why would he not call that in?
she also said there were 3 trash bags and a pizza box in the back, and
Like,
she
I
only
can tell
threw
you,
away.
2 of them.
Hold the hell on. She only threw away 2 trash bags and the pizza box. Who in their right mind, regardless of what
Yeah,
you
I don't
have
know
going
what that
on,
makes
who
sense.
is
Yeah.
not going to empty out every
Well,
bit
she
of
said
trash?
she got a phone call.
And
She
got
got a phone
distracted.
call.
A phone call.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what she
no,
said.
I agree.
Why
that
are
wouldn't.
why are you
Okay.
putting
Listen,
trash in your car anyways?
Okay.
I
okay,
think
okay.
100% Casey Anthony is a pathological liar. But I also think that her dad is a child molester. And I think that they did not look at him as deeply as they should have. They should have pinged his phone line. They should have done the due diligence on all of the family, especially if they denied to take a polygraph test. I'll tell you, a polygraph test.
Were you
they
allowed
are
to take
not-
the polygraph class on Berkeley Street? Were you allowed to not take it?
Yeah,
They
you
told you could refuse.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
of
can
course.
always
you can
refuse.
always refuse a polygraph
you?
test, but it
yeah.
makes you
So what
somewhat
I
of
was
it
told,
makes you look guilty, right? When
Yeah,
you refuse.
But I talked to a detective right after it happened, and he said, "Why would you do that without talking to me?"
Well, yes,
Exactly.
because they're
Because
not
Exactly.
admissible
they're-
in
And
court.
my thought was exactly what you're saying. I had nothing to hide,
I'm guilty,
But
or
I-
I'm not guilty.
but I go there and I fail the goddamn thing.
Because sometimes it depends on who gives you the polygraph.
It's your
they can
heart rate.
listen.
No,
they
it's
can
more than that.
No, it's more than that. They can make you feel a certain way, and then you second guess yourself. And the
Yeah.
moment you second guess yourself,
Yeah.
that's when you start to fail or be inconclusive. Which they sometimes people try to say inconclusive means you failed, right? But the thing is,
Were you inconclusive, or did you set your old house on fire?
No. I was involved.
You were involved in the house fire.
Mm-hmm.
You
I was
set that.
involved in the arson.
No,
I
he
was,
wasn't
You set that
really-
son bitch on fire.
No, I did
No.
not. But according to the
Polygraph that he
polygraph,
took.
I did, and I had to. I was in fear for my life at that point. And got an attorney a week before Christmas because
Yeah.
I was told I was going to prison, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
and that's the
I
thing.
didn't do
So I
that.
understand why they wouldn't take it. However,
Yeah. Yeah.
in something like this case, like in something like this, if you knew nothing, why would you not?
Because the risk of failing is too big.
So if you knew
Because-
nothing,
because look
why
at-
did mom and dad deny?
Look at all the ridicule that Casey was put through just off of the suspicion of her doing something.
Well,
Because
a child
they-
is dead.
They said a child is dead,
Yeah.
and all of the lies that she told. There's no difference if you fail a polygraph; they're going to look at you the same.
But what I'm asking you is,
And
if
again,
dad
as a
is-
former cop, I think he would know not to take one.
if dad is so guilty though, how come mom did it too? And I'm not taking his side. I've got my own opinion.
Because
I think the whole family knew that polygraph isn't necessarily reliable.
I think
and
the
that's why
dad
they
said
took it.
absolutely not. You will
Okay.
not take a polygraph
Yeah.
test
you know what I
because
do
it can
find?
be
What I do
construed.
find very
Okay.
strange,
Okay.
and this is for real.
Yeah, you've been over there reading nonstop.
On June 24th, so this is 3 weeks before they find the car. George Anthony calls police to report a break-in and report his gas cans missing. That's a very strange.
A break into his house?
His shed, I'm guessing, and his gas cans are missing. Later this day, saw Casey. He saw Casey at the Anthony residence and confronted her about taking them. George said that when he went to get them out of his daughter's car, she ran past him, opened the trunk, and
I did hear
retrieved the
that.
gas cans.
I heard
that
they
too.
they described she wouldn't let me go near the car.
Well, she also said that too, but she also said, "Hey, come pick up my car.
Well,
I
she said
ran
it
out
ran
of gas."
Yeah.
But she said, "Come pick it up."
Well, she said that he told her to leave it somewhere.
To leave it and that
Yes,
he would
but
go
what
get
I'm saying
he
is
would
that
get
whole
it.
situation,
it, which is how it ended up getting towed, I
Yes.
believe.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's get back on point here for just a second because we've all got our thoughts and they're rushing and all of that.
Yeah, we
So
needed a direction.
we definitely need, some direction.
Don't give him ammunition.
What are you talking
No,
about?
we need direction.
Don't give
So
him ammunition.
this what I'm getting
That was
ready.
all just a recap.
What I'm getting ready to play is I'm going to play something that I got off of TikTok. I know you're surprised. And this is someone that is going to point out the inconsistencies in the, basically saying, hey, here's what we know and here's what she's spinning.
Inconsistencies in Casey
In the documentary.
Casey's documentary.
Okay,
All right. So
okay,
here we
okay.
go.